that. So see what's going on. What's going on, man? So trying to get this together. We're going on break here. All right. Waiting for Lenessa to get us up here.
Facebook just came up.
See what's going on.
I'm trying to tag you first.
Yeah, gentlemen. Let me see here. Hello, everybody. We just shooting the breeze until about 8 o'clock. We're going to get the show started in a minute. Got 2 more minutes. We're still getting some things together. Anthony, what's going on, Double Dog? Hoorah. How you doing, man? Everything's good. Couple minutes, we'll get the show started. We'll get the show started. Rob, you there?
That's Rob right there.
Yes, sir. I am right here.
All right.
He's a kitten. Is that him?
Yeah, that's him. All right. All right.
Come on, everybody. Let's all get down.
No, when you go live, just have to copy it.
Okay.
So all you got to do is tap it and then paste. You don't have to do the typing. I do it all the time.
Joe, can you say something? You might.
How about now?
Yeah, that's too much feedback. Yeah. All right. Good evening, folks. Good evening. Waiting a couple minutes, getting some things in order. Welcome to the show. All right. I hear you, Anthony. Looking good, man. Appreciate you coming on. What it is, you're too close to my speed. So, go on the patio. You'll be all right. On the patio. You'll be good on the patio. Ain't nobody out there.
He's banished you to the nether region.
Yeah.
You should have came early to pick up the lighters.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know what? Let's go ahead and get this thing started. How's everybody doing today? Welcome to the Smoking Jacket broadcast. I am Mr. Petworth, and got Big Rob today. My man Jay Ferg is out, and I'm sitting here with other co-host, Miss Lenessa, Terry, Puffin Pretty.
Yay!
And then to my right is the featured show, What It's All About. And that would be Miss Lit Torch, Susie Mooney herself. And I put in the comments, or actually put on the screen, powered by Lit Torch, because certainly we thank her for all that she do in the industry. Rob, man, how was your weekend?
Stressful, man. Stressful. But you know what? I'm still above ground, so I'll take whatever I can get. So.
I hear you, man. Get any riding in this weekend?
Yeah, man. I took a cruise up to Philly, got myself a cheesesteak. Not a steak and cheese, y'all. A cheesesteak. Not a cheesesteak. Not a steak and cheese. And then turned around and brought my butt on back home. So I got about 100 miles in.
All right, that's cool. Lenessa.
My weekend was pretty chill. I actually stayed in the house most of the weekend, believe it or not. But I did go to my niece's prom send-off. It's still prom season. So we had a wonderful time. Went over and saw the family, and that was about it.
All right.
Did some housework for a change.
Well, you're doing good in the real estate industry, because I see every now and then you posted some good stuff.
Oh, yeah. Just closed a deal on Monday. Another one coming. I got a listing out there in Upper Marlboro if y'all want to check it out. Just give me a call.
All right.
And then a closing at the end of the month.
Is that right? So
I can use a new house. I can use a new crib.
I got you. I got you, Rob.
Right.
I ain't got no money, but I mean, you can always give me one. You know what I mean? I'll take it.
I hear you.
I'm not that big yet. Maybe I'll be able to work later on down the line, but not right now.
Joe, how you doing, man? All right, I think you might have to come off mute. You're gonna have to unmute yourself.
I forgot I did do that, didn't you?
Yes, you did. How's everything with you?
It's all good, man. I appreciate you having me.
You know what? I think maybe Joe is one of our special co-hosts today. I think you may have to go out to the patio because I still got a lot of RS coming from. So you may have to go out there and stretch it out a little. Joe is coming on in place of Jay Ferg today. And Jay Ferg is on travel, so we want to keep him in our prayers today. And I'm so excited to once again have Lit Torch, Miss Susie Mooney. How you doing today?
I'm well.
You well?
Thank you for having me.
Finally.
I know, right?
Yeah. It's an absolute honor. Privilege. I'm gonna start this off with Lenessa. Lenessa, I usually will, start things off, but Lenessa, I just want to, woman, whatnot, and knowing Susie as well as you know her. How's everything? What do you have for Miss Susie today?
What does Susie have for us is the question. Susie has been all over the place, running around. I thought I was a runner, but she's nationwide. She's been doing big things in the cigar world. And for me, it's like almost like an overnight success. And I say that and take your hard work lightly. But Susie rated herself. She had an app, and I downloaded it probably about 2 years ago. But I didn't see Susie out a lot. I was like, Susie didn't come out that much. And she instantly hit TikTok and Reels and just started the clock going. And I just admire her for all of her work that she does online. Her social media branding is phenomenal. And then she just rebranded, and that thing is just going crazy right now. What are you up to? Like, how many downloads at this point?
Close to 7,900 now.
Okay.
Yep.
I was going to say 10,000 because that's, we manifest everything, right?
Yes.
So we're going to get to 10,000 by the end of next month because that's what we do. We promote each other's brands, and we're going to make it happen. So, Susie, tell us about what you've been doing lately because I know other than promoting the app, what else are you doing?
So, other than promoting the app, I've been on site at some events. So some of the marketing options is to have Lit Torch on site to either co-host or just to go live. Because a lot of people, what I've learned is a lot of people go to Lit Torch when Lit Torch is promoting the event to see what's going on.
Right.
And I'm able to deliver that. And so that's one of the big things that I push when I talk to my clients is that, me going live or promoting, they go to the app to see what's going on. And I get a lot of feedback that I didn't even know what was going on, but I did get the notifications of what was going on for like Cigar Week. So,
can you tell us a little bit about how it works other than just searching for places to go to smoke? Because that's the basis for it, but tell us a little bit more about how it evolves, how it works, and your vision.
So initially the app I created was just going to be for a lounge locator. I got tired of Googling where to smoke, and so I said, okay, well, I want to create something, being the entrepreneur that I am. I said, I want to create something, but I wanted it more than just that, because about 50% people are still going to Google. So let me see how can I bring them still to the app, and then they use that as a secondary feature, which is really the secondary feature now. On the homepage, you'll see a lot of advertising space, and so there are brands and there are events that want to advertise. And as soon as you open it up, you see advertising space, and then what has been popular is the lit social wall, which is it's like Instagram,
it's almost like Facebook.
Yes.
Right.
You can't comment yet. That'll be in the next rebuild. Okay. But people are posting like what they're smoking, a picture of them smoking or whatever their setup is. And that really picked up at Queen City Cigar Fest.
Okay.
Like when I looked at the data, it jumped really high.
Are people posting while they're at the festival? Like at the events?
Right at the
coming
festival.
out like I saw what's going on?
Yep.
That's awesome.
And another feature is that will happen in the rebuild is the dating piece.
I was going to ask you about that.
So the dating piece is going to happen, and it's just for, honestly, it's for singles, but it's also for people in the alternative lifestyle. And so there's 2 options, and it's subscribe only. So you'll go in there with the intent to meet. So it's not where you're trying to try your hand and say, okay, let me DM this person on Facebook or Instagram.
It's not like Plenty of Fish. It's not like any of those.
Nope, it's just a
not
platform.
That I know about those. I don't know either,
but I just know I didn't want it like that. So it's just a platform where you go in that space, and you can even post on that social wall and say, hey, I'm in Georgia or I'm in Atlanta for the weekend. Hit me up if you're free. And then they have the DM option. So you can meet and greet, and then Lit Torch will have Spark That Flame events, where it's for singles or, again, alternative lifestyle, and it's speed dating or mixers. I currently have the boat events going on, and that'll be a Spark That Flame event as well. So
tell us about the boat event.
So the boat event starts actually next Friday. Friday is sold out. There's teachers that already purchased that Friday event, and it's pretty much a lounge on the water, and it's the Lit Torch experience. So anything that I try to do, I try to up it one with a whole lot of swag. I'm big on giving swag, lighters, cutters, cups, coasters,
another branding opportunity.
Yeah, right? and it keeps Lit Torch, in people's face. So it's a 3-hour sale on the Potomac, and I'll be grilling this year.
I saw that. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah. So at first I was using Bammies, which is a Caribbean cuisine, but this year I think I'm a cook for everybody and be Chef Susie Wong.
All right. So you're gonna mix it up a little bit.
Yeah.
So speaking of Susie Wong, your last name Wong, of course. Well,
it's Mooney, but I am Korean and Black.
Right. So tell us about your heritage.
Yeah. So
your background.
My mother is Korean. My dad is Black, and my parents met over in Korea. My daddy was in the Army.
Okay.
I followed his footsteps and joined the Army as well, and they got together and had a set of twins. So it's Suki and Susie. Mm-hmm. So it's 2 of us. And
you definitely cannot tell them apart. I can't tell them apart.
Yeah, the only way you can is by the mall. Yeah.
Okay.
Christmas.
By the mall.
In Miami was like, wait a minute. By the mall. Yeah. So it's just us 2. And then we have half sisters and brothers, but with my mother and father, it's just us 2 twins.
And where you from originally?
Born in Texas at Fort Sam Houston, and then being in the military, we bounced around all over the place. Pretty much grew up between here, Laurel, Maryland, and Wake Forest, North Carolina. Graduated from here, and then I went straight into the Army. So, Army is all in my blood.
So you have a very interesting story. Being a veteran-owned business, woman-owned, veteran-owned business, and definitely making your mark in the cigar industry. It's definitely awesome to see your work, to see you supporting other events, other businesses, giving advice to other women in their business. I know you get a lot of questions, right?
I do.
Ladies come in asking for your advice.
There's some people who want to charge for that, but I don't mind a phone call. I really love collaborating and just fellowshipping with men and women. But when the women trust me and actually talk to me, and I don't expect people to take my advice, but I really don't take it lightly when somebody asks me a question or even takes the advice, but it just really makes me feel good that somebody even thought to say, hey, what do you think of this? And I'm like, me? So, yeah.
It's inspiring.
It is.
Yeah, because I even reached out about the social media, about TikTok and Reels, and she was like, just do it, girl, just do it.
You just
It'll become fun.
it.
Just do it. So I did it, and I'm probably going to do a little bit more. But definitely
Somebody wants to know who's the oldest.
Oh, my sister's the oldest by a minute. 1 minute.
But she look older.
Really?
Oh, wow.
Hey, look here. I'm gonna give a couple of shout outs to some people that saw it. Glad to see them on this evening. Michelle, thank you for joining. SOB, thank you for your question. Kevin, my man, Kevin Brown, Conscious Cigars is on with us today. And I'm looking forward to doing the show with him soon. Looking forward to getting the cigars in the shop. We got Kia Watts, the brand ambassador for Conscious Cigars, on with us today. Jerry Mack, what's happening? How you doing? I thought it was your day to work today, so you just call out, get on the show.
She can be on the show. She can be in the shop.
No. Anthony, man, glad to see you on. So look here, we got a special guest with us. He kind of came in, shocked me, shocked Susie. He's down from Florida, but one of the things about it, my one of the co-hosts, Jay Ferg, is on a flight, so he's traveling back to Miami. I'm sorry. And so I just grabbed this young man and I told him, hey, man, look, you on the show. So, hey, Joe, you're going to have to unmute yourself, man. Let me see. Matter of fact, there you go. How you doing, man? Oh, wait, before I say that, he's also the brand ambassador for Lit Torch. So Susie has a little help here. So, you know, she keeping it light skinned, but that's all right. So, Joe, come on, man. What's happening?
Hey, hold on a second. This plane is going over. I didn't hear your question.
What's going on?
Man, all is well. All is well. I came up here wanting to support my sister in this interview, and also we're on our way up to Philly for Philly Cigar Week. So we're getting ready. So I'm up here in the beautiful DC. It's hot. It's hot. And I'm outside.
So yeah, man. You know that's how we treat, I guess, man. You know, welcome to the family. We only do listening people like that. So, you know? Hey, but look, man. I don't know. Well, first of all, let me, as a brand ambassador, what questions do you have for Susan?
Oh, I don't really have a lot of questions because we talk almost daily. So, you know, if I'm not bothering her about something that I'm thinking about, she's on me about something she was thinking about, and we're bumping our ideas across each other just to, you know, at the end of the day, it's about the Lit Torch app. And we both are very creative minds. So we look for other ideas that can grow the brand to help support this cigar community, because at the end of the day, that's what this app is for, the cigar community. And we're trying to show everybody that this is something that's good. You know, everybody's always, it's another app. Well, no, it's not just another app. It's something that could definitely help you in your travels, in your dating, in your social life. If you just wanted to just, you know, post some pics so somebody can see what you look like, yeah, hey, here you go. You got an app you can do it on. So, and of course, you're keeping up with the different
you know
events.
what? In the meantime and in between time, until we get his connection straight, Joe, you kind of froze up on me a little.
I'm on.
But let's say, Rob, what's going on, man?
Not a thing. How y'all doing? I see everybody out there. What's up to Joe? What's up to Susie?
Hey, man, I'm
Lenessa. I'm gonna save you for last.
Yeah.
He's last today.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Well, man, you know, I don't think you have ever met Susie in person. I'm not sure, but I know in anything you do your homework a little. And what do you have for our featured guest this afternoon?
Well, you know, Lenessa, being as sharp-witted as she is, you know, she kind of stole a whole lot of my thunder right there. Like, so tell us about this. Tell us about that. So what do you think about this? What do you think about that? Meanwhile, I just keep hearing my questions going and being answered. So now I got to be creative like Joe and Susie and think on my feet now. But, but I always got something to say, you know me. So my question is to you, Susie. First off, I want to commend you. You know, it's not very often that you see very many people that actually think about creating their own app. You know, it's always a software developer somewhere or someone, you know, that's working for some multi-billion-dollar corporation that puts out some app or something like that. But for you to actually do this, for the cigar community and, the Black cigar community specifically. Like, I think that's absolutely phenomenal. So, I mean, that you want to talk about, like, trend setting, that's setting a trend right there. So, you told us a little bit about who you are, and that's what I want to get to know. I want to get to know you. I want to know who you are, what makes you tick, what your interests are, what made you join the Army, what did you do in the Army. Everybody kind of goes through that little phase in the very beginning before they sign up and go through MEPS and processing and stuff about what it is that they have an interest in doing. So, share with us a little bit about who you are, and the legend behind the app and the legend behind Lit Torch Cigars, or Lit Torch LLC.
So before joining the military, my childhood was a little crazy, crazier than some. And my last few years, I was living with a friend, and I knew that I could go to college. I had 3.7 grade point average, but I was thinking long term, kind of like how I do now. And I didn't want to depend on anybody anymore. So, in following my dad's footsteps, I said, okay, I'm gonna go in the military, take care of myself, send my sister some money because she was not going in the military, and I just wanted to get away, and I had already grew up, fast, but I wanted to go in the military to kind of escape and take care of myself. And when I took the ASVAB, I qualified for all these MOSs. And that's a military occupation specialty. Okay. That's a different job. Okay. And so I had military intelligence on there, and I didn't know what that was about, but I did my research before picking the MOS, and realized that required a top secret security clearance and a background check, and you are actually in a great field. So I went into military intelligence imaging analyst, and spent 11 years, actually 3 years active duty and 8 years reserve. And my last year in service, I was over in Iraq. Spent my time in Iraq, and that was when actually my introduction to the cigar. We were celebrating leaving because we had a lot of people that didn't leave with us, and so somebody had a box of cigars, and I think I told Chris about this. And I picked the darkest, oiliest cigar. I'm like, I done survived
for your first cigar.
Yes, I survived Iraq. I'm gonna try this. Never smoked, and I tried it. I was like,
not sure.
It's okay. I don't know. So when I came back, I started smoking the sweets and the milds, and lo and behold, I'm back to the dark oily. So I knew what I knew, just not right away. Right. And so that was my introduction to cigars. What drives me is I am results oriented. So when I see a problem, I want to figure out how can we solve it, and can I do it? Hence the app. I really got tired of Googling. Well, there was an app out, and using that, it wasn't updated, and I didn't know, what does it take to update it. I kind of fixed that problem as far as updating for the lounge locator. And so I was like, well, I could build a website, but the app is the thing right now. And so that's what made me want to create the app. It's the thing. And I honestly, when I built it, I didn't really factor the monetizing piece. It did cost a lot to do it, but it was something that was needed. And so in creating it and the money that it took to do it, and then the rebuild and all that, I was like, okay, I really need to start honing in on what does it take to monetize. I had an idea, but I think I'm at that space now where I understand what it takes to monetize. So Lit Torch is not my dependent anymore, because it has been for 2.5 years. So yeah,
but it's definitely helpful. It helps me because people call me out of the blue. Some non-cigar smokers, some cigar smokers, and they call and say, Lenessa, I'm in North Carolina, I'm in South Carolina, where should I smoke? First of all, I'm trying to figure out why they think I know. But I said, you know what? I have an app I can go to. So I go to the app, and I said, you can go here, here, and here. And by the way, while you're there, download Lit Torch app. So it's easy to help people, and you just have them download the app. I said, but there's a little thing that's going to say something about dating. I said, don't worry about that. If you're not interested, just skip over it. But it's easy to use and very friendly, and the promotional piece is what I love. So it's not just the cigar lounge finder; it's the promotional piece about the events. Who also promotes the events? That's normally a separate website.
Yeah.
So now you have everything all in one.
Yeah.
It's like one-stop shop.
Yeah.
And then you can date too. Hey,
Rob, you got anything else, man?
Oh no, I'm gonna save the best for last. I'm gonna save that for a little while.
All right.
I thought that was Chris. I thought Chris was last.
Hey Joe, if you can hear me, man, I know you didn't get to finish. If you got good connection now, man, let's see what else you got to say.
Oh no, I was just talking about how promoting of the event, but you guys were getting ready to get to it, so I'll let Susie go ahead and talk about that portion of how you can get tickets and all of that stuff from that. Unless you want me to talk about it.
Let me say something, Joe. I'm gonna tell you, I've been live since August 2019, and I've been doing it by myself. And I met Joe Orlando Cigar Fest, and the way he cares about Lit Torch is the same way that I care about Lit Torch. And he showed me over and over and over. And I realized that he is the one. He's the one to be my brand ambassador. A lot of people think we're dating. We're not. He got his whole slew of women. Am I going to get in trouble?
Oh, man.
I'm kidding. But we're not dating. I absolutely love him. He absolutely cares about Lit Torch the same way that I do.
That's good.
And he cares about the optics. He cares about he knows my triggers. He knows when my anxiety is going crazy, and he will say, "You got to go." And so it's just like having a big brother that
bodyguard.
Yes.
You know, keep the men away that you don't want around because they see him and they're like,
yeah.
She good.
So what do you try to say, Lenessa?
I'm just saying sometimes
you know what? It's a good thing that I'm on the other end of this. Yeah, that's what you're saying.
Oh, whatever. Okay, Susie, I'm sorry.
But honestly, I mean, it's like he knows. He knows like when I'm stressing or what needs to be done. I mean, like if it's time to take down the banner, I don't even have to tell him. He's already doing it. And so he is heaven sent. And then for him to pop up here, I'm like, what?
That was awesome. That was awesome. Hey man, I definitely applaud you for that because when you walked through the door, I looked. I said, "Wait, man, hold up." And so, hey, kudos to you, man, and the support you've given her. Kia said, "Damn, you done blew his cover."
Blew up my whole spot, didn't you?
Look, if somebody else said,
But also,
wait a
if
minute,
I can say this.
Wait a minute, hold up. Somebody want to know wait a minute. Is who single? Are you saying is Susie single or are you saying is Joe single?
We're both single.
Because I can't see if it's a man or woman. You just got the SOP. Is that standard operating procedure?
That's the Smoke One podcast. That's
the who?
Smoke One podcast.
Well, you need to spell that thing out. Because, I'm military too. I think Smoke One podcast. So who is that?
Ness out of Savannah.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, he said, I guess he said, are you single then, huh?
I am single, yes.
All right. All right.
So Chris, one thing I would, if I can, there's one thing I will also add. I'm also military too. I'm also Army. So that was one of the things that we connected on too. And one of the things that we learned in the whole Army setup was making sure you have each other's back and making sure that you take care of your battle buddy that's to your right and to your left. And one of the things that I saw was the need to make sure that Susie was taken care of. And that's where I didn't see it around. So no problem. I got you, bum. So.
All right. That's good stuff.
I don't play you.
Know what?
Don't let that light stand fool you.
I had to go last. I'm going to start out with a statement, first of all. In this cigar community where a whole lot of things are and have transpired event-wise. I remember when I first downloaded the app, it was for the purpose of finding and using it as a cigar locator. And I found myself traveling to North Carolina. It came in handy. I found myself, I was down in Sumter. It gave me the closest cigar lounges in Sumter. So the app really works for the things that it definitely was intended to do in the beginning. And I say the beginning because this was some years ago, but now it has transcended and transitioned into something totally different, totally usable, totally marketable. We have so many things going on nationwide. Cigar events, cigar weeks that have just popped up, and she literally has been dubbed for the whole powered experience. I decided instead of putting my name on, as host, etc., I put powered by Lit Torch because today this show is powered by Lit Torch. What that means is, she has single-handedly kept people updated in every facet, in every sense of the word, on what's going on nationwide with the app. And I'm gonna let her speak to that, but I'm just giving you some tidbits on what I've seen. What I remember being down in Miami at Black Smoke. I would wake up in the morning. First thing I did, my phone was clicking. The app was telling me, literally, you know what? Change 1 to change 2. We're gonna meet here. I mean, totally. The information that was impeccable. That if you missed it, any information that was given even by the host connects to Susie. Susie connects to the rest of the world, basically, to say, hey, this is what we're doing. This is how we're moving. And so what does it mean for you? And how did just all of this come about? Because as I look on Facebook, the schedule has got to be crazy between whatever, I don't know, whatever else work you do, regular job, etc. But you're managing things well. You're managing life. At least you give the appearance of managing things well. But how do you manage the magnitude of just about every event that has gone on? And not even that. She's been host to many. Usually at the close, it's this event is powered by Lit Torch, and not only powered, but she's now the host. And so you're making a name of yourself in this industry. The app is definitely speaking to your work towards this industry. And so how do you feel about that? What does all that mean? How do you take it to the next level?
So with the notifications, with the events, what I did was I tried to step into my shoes as a consumer, as a guest, right? And what I noticed was when I was going to events was sometimes I didn't know what was going on. So I had to go to Facebook or go to the event page or whatever. And what I tell my clients is this is the one stop right here. All they have to do is go to that notification group, and everything you tell me that you want your guests to know can be in there. But I have to know.
Like
so,
updates.
Right. Updates, if there's a venue change or if there's a time change, you can go right into the notification group and everything stays right there. So you can just go to the very first one. And so what I like to do is try and put the first one as what is the itinerary for the event? The whole itinerary. So anybody that needs to go, they just go, click on it, and there you have it. And then like with TK for Black Smoke Miami, what we did was we made sure that every morning they knew what was going on for the day. And then if there was something else that, hey, we're going to be here, or like the walk on Calle Ocho, we let them know which lounges to stop to. So once we got there, we let them know, and it just keeps you updated up to the second. And so I could create a notification and push it, and everybody gets it within a second or two.
And you're doing that as you're going around smoking and meeting people at the event.
Well,
you're doing
no,
that
actually, before the event, what I do is I schedule them. So I'll schedule like 10 or 15 notifications with the certain dates and times.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And then, so like one time, I think we had to change a time. So I went in there and I changed it before it went out. And sometimes I don't catch it in time, and so we do another one. But I take pride in that because I see it work. And the way I see it work is when somebody says, hey, I only knew because I saw what was happening.
Right.
And and literally, if you're getting a notification from Lit Torch, you know it's cigar related. You know, it's not Facebook where somebody's, putting a post out there and you get a notification. It might be, somebody taking a picture of the baby or whatever. But when you're at the event, you get that Lit Torch notification, then you know it's probably about what's going on now. And the marketing piece, and this is what I'm going to start pushing, is that I'm not like Facebook. I'm not like Instagram. I'm not going to restrict you promoting. I can promote your brand and it can reach thousands of people. We're almost at 7,900 people. So your brand can get that stretch to cigar friendly users. So it's not reaching, Facebook is not going to put you in jail, because I see a lot of people going to jail for myriad things. But with Lit Torch, your marketing, your promotion is going to reach all these people, and it's not restricted because I'm the one that's pushing it. I'm the one that's making sure it goes out.
And I think that it's phenomenal because, first of all, with just about 7,900 downloads, you're reaching the whole magnitude of people. And I think that it makes sense for anyone that is doing a cigar event, cigar week, cigar, anything in the cigar culture. I know you're going to be working with DMV Smoke soon.
Yep,
DMV
Super
Smoke, Super Herb, right? Philly Cigar Week. Pretty soon we're going to get you locked in with DC Smoke. And I mean, it's a powerful tool. It's a powerful thing. And I think that you bring an add to the events, not just by way of because of one, who you are. You have a following. She doesn't like to admit that, but she has a following. So I think if I really had to do math on anything, probably about 30% of people that actually come is because of the app. That's adding 30% revenue to whatever anybody is doing, because the way she's reaching out. So it behooves anybody, I believe, that is doing anything in the cigar industry, in the cigar world, to definitely link up with Susie and to use the app. So now you have transcended it into a not dating site, but a dating app that I think I haven't been on it. Don't intend to get on it. Don't need to get on it. But how personable is it? How secure is it? How safe is it? Explain the demographics of that.
So
to make people comfortable
and
use
the rates, you mentioned it was a subscription, right. So how much would it cost?
Right. So the subscription is very nominal. It's very minimal. It likely would be $10 a month with a minimum 3-month subscription, and it's as safe as when people log in, register, you have to log in with your name and your email address, and sometimes you can even use Google, which has all your data. When you go into that space, it is clearly just to meet. It is not a questionnaire like these other dating sites. You go in that space. What it takes away, what it does, it brings the people that already have something in common, which is the cigar. And then once you get past that, then you are meeting people either in the single space or in the alternative space. And
when you say alternative, I'm sorry, I just have to ask.
There's people that's in an alternative lifestyle that are polyamorous. Okay. They, want to have an addition. Yeah. And I realized that I shouldn't leave that out because it's large in our community.
Right, and they have needs too.
Yes. And so when you go in that space, you meet, and it is a disclaimer that it is at your own risk, So right. Obviously you have the questions of, who that person is. But at the same time, this world is small. This cigar culture is small.
Yeah, yes, it is.
So, I mean, all you is what is it, 7 degrees to Kevin Bacon or 9 degrees?
Right.
Same thing with the cigar culture. So you go in there and you meet and you DM, and again, Lit Torch will have Spark That Flame events, which will be, meet and greets, speed dating. Like I said, on the boat, we're going to have some Spark That Flame events. So for singles or the alternative lifestyle.
Yeah, Kia says, is it Kia?
Kia.
Okay. It says, and I love when she goes live for us. We can't make all these events, and she's nosy as you know what. So she loves the piece that is at it, because basically when she's at these events, she's definitely going live. She mixes videos together. I can't do it. I've asked her numerous times to teach me how to do it, but she really mixes them well. It's a great, piece that is added and that she adds to let us know what's going on, because sometimes we don't know how much fire these events have until from what I heard, Charleston Cigar Week, was it?
The Charleston Smokeout.
Charleston Smokeout was off the chain.
Y'all better go next year.
And I looked at the videos, I looked at the pictures, and I'm like, oh man, did I really miss this?
Yeah.
And really, honestly, one of the things that made me go to Black Smoke was some of the stuff that she had posted from the previous, and I said, well, she said, you got to go. No, that ain't my thing. But and I ended up going. So, and it was, really a great experience to, look at the videos and then not just look at them, but being down there and looking at the work that she had put in and what was going on. And I was like, oh my God, how did she do this? And so, Susie,
that's against the grain. That truly is.
Yeah.
So I am an introvert.
Yeah.
I'm not sociable. So it's work. It's work.
Yeah.
When I'm done, I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted because, and the running joke is I pep talk myself. I pep talk myself when I'm walking around, smile. It's okay. But that's also my triggers too. When it's a big crowd, it's like, it's okay. When I go live, it's like, okay, show up. So it totally is against the grain, and it's mentally, physically draining. But I also don't just do what Lit Torch does, the marketing. I help out, So if it's something that needs to be done, I'll stay late or I'll come in early and I'll help out. I don't mind that at all.
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna take this question right here, and this is the first time you'll see me go to a quick commercial. All right. So y'all hold on for this question. One, Susie, what keeps you motivated to keep the app going and continually adding to it? How much more can you add to it?
I'm working on the adding to it, so stay tuned.
All right.
What keeps me motivated is my children. For my daughter, she's 24, and for her to hit me up every now and then, okay, I see you. It's like, okay, she sees me. And then my 15-year-old son, he's the main reason why I created the dating app. When I would go to smoke, this was before the app. When I would go to smoke, I say, I'm going to the cigar lounge. And he'll say, okay. And I'll be gone 3-4 hours. He'll text me like, so how long are you going to smoke? And I'm like, so what we did was, after a while, I talked to him and I said, okay, son, listen. When I go to smoke, you can count one cigar to be about 2 hours.
Right.
So sometimes we're networking and we're talking like, yeah, but you come home at 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock. I'm like, I'm still at the lounge. Trust me. So now the running joke, or actually the parameters are, I'll say I'm going to the lounge. You say, all right, so how many cigars?
Right. Okay.
2 or 3. All right. So somebody that doesn't smoke and you have that as a partner, it's hard.
Right.
So you want to meet somebody that already understands the cigar,
right,
which, created the dating piece.
All right.
Makes sense to me.
I hear that. Well, look here. Y'all do me a favor. Y'all hold on. I think y'all will find this commercial break kind of interesting. So
this is the announcement.
Here we go.
FYI.
look here. The first part of the video that you saw, and I'm glad she played this up because I was about to put the whole shoe in my mouth.
Just so you know that these lit torch should sell torches or lighters, right? So what you saw are cigar lighters they're personality lighters. So they're not, the big lighters and that'll hold a lot of butane, but they are personality lighters. Those are shoes, handbags. For the military, there's the waterproof lighters, and some are soft flame and some are actual torch lighters. So I send this to Chris. Chris is like, oh man, this is dope. He's like, you gonna make it a commercial? Okay, I'll do that. So look, I give it to him. He tells Diane, he's like, Diane, you gotta see these shoes, man. Susie done created some lit torch shoes. I'm over there, I'm like, she said, like in all sizes. I said, wait a minute, wait. Really?
Rob,
You have your glasses on.
Rob, look here, man. I saw the shoes. The next thing I'm thinking, when you gonna create the thongs? I thought it was some high heel shoes.
Well, at least you didn't say that you thought that they would look good on you. So she didn't say that.
Maybe he was telling Diane, maybe he thought they would look good on her, but I was like, no.
Wow.
Hey, I don't judge.
Hey, Kevin said, I've never seen a commercial break on a podcast. Well, hey, look, brother.
Hey, you got lit torch. This is what lit torch do.
When we have you on, brother, we bringing the whole line. We're gonna have Susie shoot the video.
Right.
Okay, we're gonna have Susie shoot the video of the whole line of cigars, and we're gonna do it right. All right, Kevin, you good? You good with that, bro? Yeah. So look here. Definitely the shoes are a whole freaking lighter.
Yeah. Did you bring some today to show?
So I brought everything, but I forgot. Yeah. I had all the shoes because they come in like 7 colors. I have 7 colors. And I forgot that bag, but I do have the rest here. So take a look at it. Yeah.
Nice.
So they're not on sale yet. They are going on sale at Philly Cigar Week. So you need to come to Philly Cigar Week if you want them before they sell out.
All right.
And then on the Lit Torch Experience on the water, they'll be available for sale then. After that, they will go on sale to the Lit Torch community. And then after that, they will go out to the public.
And do you have them on sale on the app?
They will be on sale on the app, yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Awesome.
So anybody that's in the community of Lit Torch, the Lit Torch family, they get first dibs, and then the public will get the rest.
All right.
So yeah.
So get them now before they go.
And then the last piece was the lapel. So there's Lit Torch, there's Sister of the Leaf, and Brother of the Leaf. They are lapels for your
Hold on.
fedora.
I can't touch, but I can point. The lapel, right? The lapel right there.
So therefore, your suit jacket, your tie, your fedoras, and those will be on sale as well. So
All right. Spark that flame.
all right.
Well, look, Joe, you sitting in the wing, man. You kind of quiet. How you doing, man?
I'm great. I'm just here smiling because I get to see, I get a chance to see the background work, and I see how now all of these things are coming to fruition. So for me, it's like I'm a proud uncle of this baby that my sis is birthing. So for me, it's amazing because I remember when we were talking about these ideas and we were talking about doing this, and now to actually see it, it makes me happy.
I have a question for Susie.
Go ahead.
And this, I might be putting you out there with this one. We'll see what happens. But of all the events that you powered, who did it best? Of course, you powered it, but who did it best?
Yeah.
Who did it best?
Hold on, y'all.
Which event was your favorite?
So
I need a drink.
So honestly, I love them all. And what I love about it is that I get to be on the other side and the main side, right? So I get to see the hard work. And so even though some didn't go as planned, there was hard work put in it. There's some missing pieces that need to be, fine-tuned for the next one. Honestly, the one that I really loved working with was with Drita in Queen City Cigar Fest, and I'll tell you why. It's something about a woman that is detail oriented as I am, and she is detail oriented. And for her to reach out to me, because usually I'm like, "Hey, what we doing? Hey, I need to get these out." She's like, "Sis, what do you need? How do we do this?" And and I would send it to her to approve, and then to see everything fold out the same way that she wanted it to. Some things fell through, but it was beyond her control. And so, honestly, I would say Queen City Cigar Fest, from the inside, working on collaborating, and then on the outside, seeing it come to fruition. It for me, it was amazing. Philly Cigar Week last year was dope. And at that time, it was funny, when he was doing the sponsor day, he sent it to me to review. And I said, "You forgot to change the number of downloads. It was 2,000 last April. 2,000. It was 2,000 downloads last April. We're at 7,900. So it was like, wow, it did grow. So yeah.
That's good. That's good.
Thank you, Susie, for sharing your perspective on it.
Rob, what you got, man?
Okay, so before I ask the question about, I wanted to get to know you. I wanted to figure out what motivated you. I knew that you were a veteran. You spent your last tour overseas and whatnot. But that brings me to something else.
The board.
It's upside down.
My board.
No, never mind. It's not.
No. So, we're going to talk about successful owned businesses here. Successful veteran owned businesses. All right. There's 21.2 million veterans in the United States. Now, this all, let me preface this by saying this. This is a testimony to your greatness, Susie. Okay? This is a testimony to your greatness. Although I've never met you, I've heard nothing but wonderful things about you. And this right here testifies to your attention to detail, and of course, where it is that you picked up the ability to be so crafty in what it is that you're doing with the cigar community. So here we go. 21.2 million veterans in the United States, of which 19.4 million are male and only 1.8 million are female. Over 40% gross over $500,000 in sales a year. They employ extraordinary numbers of people and support over 5 million families. And this is exactly who you are, and the app that you've created, and the community in which you support. So, I give you, if I could clap with both hands right now, I absolutely would for you. So also down, we have the cigar market is a $9.4 billion industry. Okay. $9.4 billion. All right. And so Susie and Lit Torch app have effectively tapped into that market. And the only thing from everything that I've heard you explain recently, both with the questions from Joe, Chris, and Lenessa, and myself, is that you're just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger and more effective and more efficient as time goes on. So I think that, ladies and gentlemen, we might be looking at, Susie getting a nice large portion of that 9.4 billion right there. You know what I mean? Plus she says she's single, y'all. So anyway, let's go on here. So it says, we got here, there are over 70 black cigar brands, and that number climbs every year that goes by. Those are just black cigar brands. Black smokers make up 5.3 to 15.7% of premium cigars, all premium cigars sold in the United States. All right, so we are not just a passing phase, black people smoking cigars. If you look at the news media and it's controlled by, the white news media and so on and so forth, you will see that a large portion of some of them are saying that this is just a passing phase. This is just like the flavor of the month. No, we are not just a passing phase or flavor of the month when you're 15.7% of all premium cigar sales in the United States. From the Sundance Film Festival to the Kentucky Derby, you will always see a black man or a black woman there smoking a good cigar. And that makes me proud. So getting on down to almost to the bottom of my nitty gritty, I like to put here that the largest consumers, believe it or not, and I've done my extensive research.
Yes,
Okay,
we know.
the largest consumers of the largest Black consumers. Okay, should I put that in there? Is that they are millennials, believe it or not. They are the largest consumers because they like the networking aspect of smoking cigars and cigar lounges. Okay, especially with the 2-year hiatus that we just had going into lockdown and everything. That's and your app, Susie, plays a very, very large portion of people being able to network within this community right here. So I will end this little rant, I will end all this by saying this. We Black folks are not novelty smokers. Okay, we are here to stay. We are the real deal. We have money, and we're being very selective about where we spend it at. And I'm very happy that Susie came on today and shared with us her vision, because not a lot of people have vision. Okay, it takes vision to be successful. It takes perseverance. These are all things that qualities that you are very familiar with already. So we are not just novelty smokers. We are here to stay.
Rob, that was phenomenal, man. That definitely look. And you know what? And I got to show Rob again because I want you to realize the United States Army shirt that he has on, and over to the other side of that is the Covenant Purple Heart. So Rob, we thank you for your service, man. We thank you for your statistics. Rob does not do anything haphazardly. He really does his research, and you could take them numbers to the bank.
Thank you, sir.
So I appreciate that, man. Rob said some interesting things because out of the what was that number again, Rob? 2 million veterans, male, female, etc. You might be on mute.
Sorry about that. I'm trying to keep the background noise to a minimum. But we've got 14.8 million male veterans that own businesses, and we've got 1.8 million females that own successful businesses that are veterans.
So I want to speak to something before we close. Well, before I close, I am going to take some questions if anybody in the audience has some questions. But I know that military member, prior service, veteran, and then diagnosed with PTSD. So explain your PTSD to the audience, one. And then how does this, or even does it help soothe with what you're doing? Any of the PSTD that you have going on, does it relaxes you in that state of mind that, once you're focusing on business, et cetera? Is it therapeutic to you? Or matter of fact, does it even add to the stress of it? Because I know that it can be stressful putting these events together. So speak to that if you don't mind.
So, yes, I do have PTSD. I manage it. So working the events, working the app. So from the background, it is therapeutic. But when I'm in the crowds, it's not therapeutic. This is therapy for me. When I have a cigar, it's therapy for me. It is very hard. So honestly, Rob, to hear that kind of gives me a little bit more confidence. It gives me the because there are days where I want to shut it down. And I've told you, cuss me out too. There are days where I just want to throw it away. I do. It's hard. I mean, just being a woman in this industry already is hard. And then to be a business in this industry, you have to prove yourself. And I feel like I have to work 1,000% before I get the attention or the notoriety of the hard work. So my PTSD, I have triggers, the big crowds, and this is going to be funny to some of you all, but if I don't know where the restroom is, I have a problem. Being on convoys for a long time and not being able to use the restroom, that is a trigger for me. So if I don't know where that restroom is, or if I don't know where that exit is, I know it's funny.
No, the restroom
You understand?
No, never mind. Go ahead, finish what you got to say.
So I need to know where the exit is, and so those things are my trick. What is funny?
I'm sorry. All right, no, you know what? I gotta get this out, Susie. Okay, so Susie was in Charleston Cigar.
Charleston Smokeout.
Charleston Smokeout. So Susie called me up. I'm gonna tell the story. I don't care. You get mad at me if you want. Susie
I don't
said,
know what you're
Chris.
talking about.
Yeah, she had to go to the restroom. She had to go use the bathroom. She had on a one-piece cat suit. And Susie went to zip the cat suit up.
Oh my God.
And the joker broke.
The zipper broke.
All of her
My whole
Korean
back
Black
was
American back was out. And she had to peep out and see who was there because she had nothing to cover it up with. And all
I had
with
to call Joe.
it was asshole and belly button. That's
No,
all.
it wasn't. No, it wasn't. It was
That's
just my back. But my whole back was out. And I was like, oh, shit. How am I going to walk through this
You
crowd?
might have started a new trend.
Oh, no, one of the girls was like, girl, you look like everybody out here. I was like, So my belly was not out. My ass was not out. But my whole back was out. So I had to call Joe. I said, Joe, I need you to meet me at the car. He was like, where are you? I said, I'm walking around the building. I had to walk around the building. So
Luckily, it was a back door. Oh,
No, I know
wow.
how to tell you.
the bathroom was by. I know, right? I ain't telling you shit else. Right. So
Yeah, had to be
anyway, those are my triggers. I manage them. Joe is in tune with them. There is a thing, and like I was saying earlier, is that I do pep talk myself because I'm here for a job, and I don't want to fail like that. And I do let people that I work with, the clients, I let them know, look, I have PTSD. If it's too packed, I will leave. And sometimes I don't even say anything. I'm just gone. So what I need is a space where I can say, okay, I can go over there if it gets too packed. And that's just a thing for me that I deal with. I don't try and put it on anybody, but Joe, he pays attention.
But you work through it.
I do.
A lot of people don't know how to manage it. They don't seek help. They don't find what their soothing points are. So at least you have that support. You have a way to use cigars as a therapy.
Yeah, when I came back from Iraq, I didn't know what it was. And then I did the research and realized, and my sister was like, you are home. And I realized, okay, I probably need to go and talk to a counselor. And I did, and so now I know how to manage that. So, yeah.
Well, that's good. Look, we're about to wrap it up. Look, I want to take the time to thank everybody that came on that viewed the last show that we did prior to this. Reached a phenomenal 800 views after the show was over. And I thank you for sharing the broadcast. We're going to polish it up some. We're coming to you just on a mediocre StreamYard format. But we're looking to do some things that are greater, better, and to bring you a much greater format to the show. But right now, this is what we have. We love what we're doing. Rob alluded to some very great numbers as it pertains to the revenue, the sales, and how much African Americans play a part in the revenue stream of this industry. There's enough to go around for everybody. And one of the things that I realize and recognize in this industry, there's so much hate, there's so much contempt, there's so much discord, and we need to come together better than what we do and the way that we do things. It nothing ever, and I'm gonna just say it for what it is, ever goes well whenever you get a group of Black folks, African Americans, that come together and try to do something for the greater good. We got to change that. We've gotten away from the village aspect of doing things. We hate to the fact that this person is making this much, this person is doing that, this person is doing this. And you know what? If you got the fortitude and the energy, then get out there and do it yourself.
Absolutely.
And stop hating on the people that's trying to do it. And that's doing something for not just the community, but for themselves. And so, you worrying about what the next person driving because you added to this. And no. If they're giving you something you're enjoying, spend your money on it, enjoy it well, and stop hating on what the next person is doing. because it really doesn't make any sense. And I appreciate, everyone that takes the time to get on this show, to support what we're doing, support what we're trying to do. We're not just talking about cigars every time. We're talking about real life events. We're talking about social events, community events, etc. We had on the last show a candidate that was running for Charles County Sheriff, which went really well. And we're looking forward to a great result out of that. And we're trying to reconnect in so many different ways in what we do and how we're trying to do it. Susie, thank you for coming on. Thank you for being a part of the show. Most importantly, thank you for every event that you do and every event that you're involved in, the energy, the time, the efforts that you put into making sure that it's successful. And I think people need to realize the value that is added to having something being powered by lit torch. We look forward to her boating ventures here in the DMV.
With the after party here at
Petworth. She has a boat outing. Not sure the times. When she gives them to me, I will post them. So we're definitely looking for more great things to come from this young lady here. And, don't add to the stress of the PTSD that she has. Add to the value of what she's trying to do. So we appreciate you. I appreciate all of those. Michelle Carter, thank you. I'm going to give a shout out to a couple people that have joined us. Michelle, thank you for coming on. Tyrone Hill, thank you. Definitely. Yes. Have you received your painting from the Charleston Smokeout? She hasn't received it yet. So if you have anything to do with getting that to her, we appreciate it. And Evelyn, thank you. David T. Williams, Corey. Hey, Evelyn, how you doing? Corey Gwen, bless you, man. A couple people that's on my page, Michelle Carter, Tony, Country Boy, Eric Willer, man, bless you. James Carter, Kat Cobert. Hey, what's up, sis? Waiting on you to get on one of them bike rides. Couple of people, Tanya Graham, Gurkha Rep down in Atlanta. Bless you. How you doing today? Hey, John Rucker, John Ruck, what's going on, man? Reggie Johnson, glad to have you watching, man. Michelle Carter, Sharon Hicks, Kathy, thank you for being with us. Vanita, glad to have you on. Love your posts all the time. Keep up with us when you're in the DMV. Come on and visit Petworth Cigars. Rain Odom, good to have you on. Asia McGee, good to have you on. Aisha, that might be it. Alicia, I'm sorry. McGee, thank you.
That's Pasita.
That's Pasita?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Hey, what's up, sis?
Hey.
Valerie, Perry Little. Great. Look, once again.
Thank Joe. I just want to give Joe a shout out.
Yes.
Thank you for being Susie's wingman.
Yeah.
We always appreciate, as women, we appreciate a man, whether they're a mate or uncle or brother. Thank you for looking out for them. So much appreciated, Joe.
That's right. Because I'm going to let you know now, coming for her is like coming for me. And I don't play well with others. All right, look, Susie, you got any closing remarks for us?
Support Lit Torch by sharing the app, download it, share the app, and come on the boating events. It's a 3-hour lounge on the water. It's a whole vibe. And then we're coming back to Maryland, right here in DC. Yep. And then I'll be at Philly Cigar Week next week, and then we have Cigars and Bourbon in the Berg in August. We have Cigar Mike Experience in September, and then we have the OKC event in October.
And just got to add before I close, got the owner of Conscious Cigars was on earlier, Kevin Brown. Appreciate you, man. Not sure if you're still on. Brand Ambassador, Kia Watts. Appreciate you for being on. I know you'll be in the DMV area on, I believe, next week. Week after next.
He'll be on the boat on the 25th, and then we're going to come here.
Coming to Petworth Cigars. You're going to do a little cut and light.
Do a little cut and light. So y'all come on out to Petworth.
So looking forward to having
Cigars.
Conscious Cigars, Black-owned cigar company. Works well with Karen Berger, who's connected to AJ Fernandez. So a great blend. Tried it myself. I was pleased. Looking forward to getting that one that's called the Sugar Mama. Heard great things about it. So yeah. So look, we're looking forward to doing some more great shows. Promoting some more black-owned businesses and folks that are doing things well for the good of our cigar community and for our cigar culture. Okay, community, culture, cohesiveness, networking,
education, and education. Thank you, Rob, for the education.
All right. Hey, Rob, you got anything to close with, man?
Not really, other than I wish her all the best. I'm looking forward to her vision expanding, getting bigger, better, and brighter, and I hope to meet you soon.
All right. Hey, Joe, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you for coming down. Looking forward. Hey, Joe, did you have anything to drink while you was here?
Not yet, but I will in a moment.
Get cooled off.
Hey, Chris, run that commercial back so the people who jumped on late can see that.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. All right.
I love it.
Yes, sir. Hey, look, that's our show for today. Tune in on the fourth Monday. We may do a special show coming up in between, but definitely tune in on the second and fourth Mondays. Always second and fourth Mondays, unless we have something special in between. Appreciate y'all. That's our time. God bless everybody.
Please like and share.
Like and share. Peace.